What's up, everybody? I see a lot of people online suffering from what's going on in the world. They're very upset about the election results and they don't know how to express their anger properly. Now, if you listen to Trump's election acceptance speech, he did the same thing as he did 8 years ago. Leading up to the election, he stimulated the emotions of his voters, but as soon as he won, he changed his tone. Now, I'm not predicting anything about his future. I'm just saying that he said in his speech, "We need to heal America." Now, if you think that his words didn't carry much weight, then I'll ask you, why did all his other words carry so much weight with you? And that's something we're going to dive in today. What's up, everybody? My name is Zico, and we're going to talk about emotions in this video, specifically the election results and the emotions that they cause in most Americans that voted for the other side. It's clear, something that you value has been put in jeopardy, so let's figure out why. So now let's figure out what happened. Step one, what happened? Now, what happened is open to interpretation based on something that we're going to talk about here very soon. But what did actually happen? Harris lost, Trump won, and now you're angry. So you see how we went from step A to step C? But there's something in the middle here that we need to address. Now that you see that Harris losing led to you being angry, we need to talk about what are the benefits of parsing through this anger that you're experiencing right now. The benefits are more clarity on yourself, more clarity on where you can serve in the world, which is the purpose of life, is service, and more responsibility for your feelings. Step B, really important here, is what do you believe about what happened? Your belief about what happened will help you understand the difference between what happened and your anger. So let's dive right into it. What do you believe happened? Your beliefs interpret the what happened, Trump winning, in a specific way. That's why it's leading you to anger, for instance. So we need to figure out, what do you believe about what happened specifically? Now, some common beliefs you might be experiencing are you're feeling entitled to your candidate. You feel that your candidate should have won. You expected your candidate to win, and you're insulted by this victory. And lastly, you feel betrayed by this country. So if these are some beliefs that you currently have about Trump's victory and Harris's loss, then let's continue to dive into it deeper. The first and most important thing you need to understand about specifically these first three beliefs are that they are a tendency of the neurotic ego. Now, what is the neurotic ego, you might ask? The neurotic ego is the attached, dualistic, and judgmental self that we all have the capacity for. Now, this is one of the hard things about making this ego healthy, is that you have to live with the neurotic thoughts, the neurotic beliefs, but realize that they don't serve you. They only serve this drama in your life, this neurotic tendency to self-indulge or self-neglect or to get into hysterical argumentation. This is a drama, and drama masks all emotion. But we want to experience emotion so that we can get out of drama, process emotion, integrate emotion, and live a more peaceful life. So we recognize that this is a tendency of the neurotic ego. What do we do? How do we get over these beliefs? First, we have to ask for what we want, but realize some people don't always come through. I didn't see many Democrats trying to have negotiations, trying to come to agreements. They just wanted to have their beliefs and run with them. And I'm not saying the other side isn't doing the same, but what I'm saying is that Democrats have always claimed this inclusiveness and this willingness to be democratic, but they just went further and further into their bubble, and they didn't want to have any conversation. They felt very entitled. CNN was pumping them with Harris's apparent victory, which, for those who were observing more objectively, knew that she was failing hard and failing often. So, how do you get over the expectation that your candidate should have won? You ask for agreements instead of just pumping your side, pushing your agenda without any negotiation. We see this a lot. Harris couldn't even get one minority group to really fully support her because she has this upper establishment coming down on her and wanting their way or the highway, and she just continued to spew that message and didn't look to make any type of agreements with any groups of people. Whereas Trump, he did it. Even if he was doing it in a faking way, he did it, worked out for him. All right. How do we get over the feeling of being insulted? We seek amends and shun those who refuse. This is essentially what's happening in our world. Everybody's just insulting each other. Nobody wants to show their feelings. Nobody wants to show their emotions. And nobody's willing to make amends. But if, again, the Democrats want to be these types of people, democracy, then they have to be willing to seek amends, especially with the people within their own group that fall closer to the center, that now are shifting to conservative. And they're making a lifetime shift over to becoming conservative. So those are the 3 tendencies of the neurotic ego and how you overcome them. And if for any of these, they're feeling raw for you right now, I encourage you to pause the video, sit with the feeling. Sit with the feeling and try to move through it internally. Don't do anything externally. Sit, close your eyes, try to embrace that feeling. This is something that's very beneficial, and I would encourage you to do it with a therapist, specifically a somatic therapist if you can find one, because these emotions are body-based emotions, and the body knows better than the mind how to get through them. And you just need a little bit of guidance, coaching from a therapist, specifically a somatic therapist, to do so. So finally, if you are feeling betrayed by this outcome, realize this. This is a deeper wound from your past that has been poked, and we need to look into it. We need to resolve it by looking back into the past. It's time to address these feelings of abandonment, betrayal, and potentially early life abuses. So if you're feeling betrayed right now, it's not about this current situation. It's about your past. And again, somatic therapy is excellent for resolving this, feeling it, experiencing it, integrating it, giving yourself some love, no longer neglecting yourself, your emotions, and your feelings, and moving forward. If you don't do this, it'll continue to remain raw and distressed in the now. Every time you believe, whether in reality or not, that you're being betrayed, you're going to experience the intensity of all the times you were betrayed in the past in the now. Sit with it, feel it, move forward. This is the way. And if you do so, you are no longer a victim. Congratulations. You have taken ownership of your feelings and your life, and the end result of agency, taking that ownership, is wisdom. You want to increase your wisdom, embrace your emotions, process them, integrate them, move forward. By doing this, you improve your self-esteem and your healthy assertiveness while also embracing anger. Remember, like all emotions, anger is neither good nor bad in totality. It's only in the expression, neurotic or healthy. And we want to remove the neurotic, let go of the neurotic, and become more healthy and heal ourselves. Because if you want to change the world, start with yourself. Now that we have affirmed anger, we've allowed it to be real. We're not pissed off, we're not running wild, we're just angry. And we realize that our anger is because of certain beliefs that we have. Now we affirm. Now say these affirmations with me. I accept anger as healthy, and I examine the belief behind it and the personal history it evokes. I take responsibility for the feeling as legitimate and totally mine. I express my anger, but I choose not to act out aggressively by retaliation, vindictiveness, or malice. I embrace more adult beliefs about myself and the world so that my anger now arises from an informed sense of justice without the insulted, arrogant ego dimension. Beautiful. If you made it this far, I congratulate you for taking some initiative and taking some responsibility to try to heal your anger. I encourage you to go back through this until it really sinks in. And again, seek professional help if you need, because embracing your anger is an important part of growing into a healthy ego, which will help us all heal at a deeper fundamental level so we can embrace each other, the connections that we have, and learn to grow.